Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening. Depends on the location you are watching us from. This is Papka International, the only one that have roots in Africa, branches in North and South America, Asia, Australia, Antarctica, and Europe. The convener of poverty virus in Nigeria. Today, as I promised earlier, after the primary elections of each political parties, I will bring individuals to be able to talk about candidates that emerge as their party flag bearers. And today in my studio is a wonderful young man, a man with a bright future, a man that has been in a struggle of unionism, and he's still in the struggle again. And I'll be inviting him just in a short while to come and talk to us the reason why he's choosing his candidates. And this candidate is no other person than Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, the Waziri of Adamawa State. And this person is Comrade Ambassador Edify Osezwa, is a young man from Edo State, a staunch believer in the principle of democracy, peace, and good governance. And he advocates and satisfies business manager from Modibo Adama University of Technology, Yola. And Comrade Ambassador Edify is a one-time senator representing his department. Again, he's also another one-time inductee of Management Department Hall of Fame, a one-time chairman representing his faculty and business, activist in campus, and is also one-time vice president of the student union government, and also one-time student ambassador of Faro, Faro Table Water and Beverages, is a current president, national youth advocate for peace and good governance, and a distinguished fellow that believes in Nigeria and Nigerians. Comrade Edify is a well-known comrade in the Northeast and South regions of Nigeria, whose passion is kindled in seeing peace reign in Nigeria and good governance is established in leadership, and believes citizens should serve as watchdog to leaders in public office, of which directly or indirectly were employed by them to oversee the affairs of the nation on their behalf. So today, I will welcome this gentle young man, Comrade Edify Osazo. You are welcome.
Ostezwa. Thank you very much.
Osazo. Okay, sorry. Sorry for that.
No problem at all. No problem at
Sorry
all.
for that. Sorry for that. So, viewers are already watching you. They are already connected with us, and today you take out your ample time and wonderful time to come and say you want to share with people why you think His Excellency, the former Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, who emerged the party flag bearer of PDP, which is People Democratic Party, for this 2023 general elections. So before we go further, what are your motivations towards the man?
Thank you very much, distinguished. I am really glad to be on a channel today. It's a thing of joy to see that young men are like you are doing what you do, and at least you are well known for your fight against the poverty virus. We generally know that poverty is a cancer and it's a disease that affects many Nigerians. Well, let me start by saying that I didn't just started to like His Excellency Atiku Abubakar just like that, but the motivation behind it is that I was elected as a student, a union leader in the time I served as a departmental senator representing my faculty and department, I had this establishment that let me do for these people a great thing and a great impact that other senators have not done over time. But in doing that, I don't have the financial buoyance and the financial capacity to able to take my vision and dreams for this department forward. So what I have to do is like meet some other organizations. One of the organizations that stood out is the Adama Beverages, popularly known as Afaro. They were able to give me fund resources to be able to carry out what I did for my the faculty. They didn't just do it like that, but what they did is that they gave me finance, gave me resources that helped me did what I did for them. I tell you reality that people saw what they've not seen before in the faculty just because of what this organization did for me. This organization, this company is owned by what? It's owned by His Excellency Atiku Abubakar. So what I'm trying to point out here is that what indirectly or directly, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar has impacted many lives. Many people saw what I did for them. Many people were able to testify. Even my HOD, my head of department, called me to his office and said to me, Edify, tell me what you want for us to do for you in this department, for you have done a great job in this our faculty that has never been done in the history and the record of this department. It is over there. You can go and find that in my department in Modibo Adama University, Faculty of Smith, now known as the Business Faculty or Business something. You can go and find it. It's there. My record, go there. You see my picture in the Hall of Fame there for what I did for the department and the faculty. So generally, Atiku Abubakar has affected people's life directly or indirectly. So it motivated me to say, yes, this man deserves it. Not only just that, I served as the vice president of the student union government. That means the whole student in the institution. I was the second in command. But guess what? I took my own time during the coronavirus. During the coronavirus that hit Nigeria, I was already through, but we were still in power because they have not yet conducted election. So there were people who were not able to go back to their home. They were southerners. They wanted to go back to the south. They don't have the finance. They don't have the financial capacity to be able to go back. And there are those people who were residents, southerners and also northerners who were residents in the states, but they don't have the financial capacity also and items to be able to stay back. So feeding was a problem. Transportation was a problem to them. So they now were thinking about what can they be able to do. I now came up with a solution. Okay, let me see who I can be able to meet. And that's how I went and met Honorable Adamu Atiku, who is the very first son of His Excellency. And then this young man is a serving commissioner of works and energy in Adamawa State. And then he gave me resources that's able to transport these southerners. Note, these southerners. I transported them back to their base. He gave me resources that were able to feed those residing in the states. I fed them over almost 1,000 students that were still staying back at that moment. I fed them, gave them food, gave them resources to be able to stay back. So tell me, this is the tribalized man. So indirectly or indirectly, you have seen his impact in the nation. He is the tribalized man. He does not take care about religion, does not take care where he come from. He tries as much as possible to see how he can be able to give the best for Nigerians. So this is what motivates me actually. It is because some people can say personally, some people can say different kind of things, but this is a motivation. This is what motivates me to say this man is right for a job. And since from then, I marked and said that if His Excellency was going to come out for the president of Nigeria, then definitely I'm going to give my full support to him. That was the basis and the foundation of my motivation for him.
Okay, comrades. You and I are of the voting age, and we are young people at what we are tagged as a youth, and we are technologically savvy. Looking at it, most of us are on the social media, either on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, just TikTok, anything, just think about it. But looking at the opposition parties on how they are going about, and more especially His Excellency, the flag bearer of the People's Democratic Party, comes from the Northeast. And looking at the present administration, which is the All Progressive Congress, the president of the country, of the nation, comes from the northwest. Let's just say you are from the south, and precisely you are from Edo State, and you have been seeing agitations from the south, more especially the southeast. They say that they want their own to be this time around the president. You understand? So looking at that, what are you going to say? Is it all about regionality or all about competency? I want to know.
I didn't get the last part. You said, is it about what?
Is it about regionality or all about competency? Because looking at it, if you go to the social media, most especially people from the south, the southeast, and the south and the southeast, and some from the southwest, they want a president to come from the south, not from the north again. So,
you see, basically, Nigeria is on a sick bed, and it is standing on this, lying down on a sick bed with one leg up, one leg down. If we don't get a correct somebody that can administer, that can prescribe the supposed medication for Nigeria, it is going to be an issue. And I know the pains. I know the thing about being talked about, that this region has produced, this region has produced, trying to talk about regionalism, and that this is time for these other people to produce their own presidency. It reminds me of back then in school. You know, mostly school politics, it is in fact realistic policy when it comes out to the politics of the world, of the real time. When we were school here, we were talking about our own department. Our own department too have not yet produced the SUG president. That we should also produce an SUG president. What and what and what and what. There were a lot of agitation, this and that and that. A lot of cries from our own department and also faculty were supporting us. But still on that, we now decided to weigh it, blue, black, red, and checked it. That okay, if we send this guy, can you be able to win election? Okay, if this guy cannot be able to win election, who among all these aspirants have the capacity to deliver? You not checked it. Okay, these are the people this person have capacity to deliver. Okay, let us go for that person. Let us go for that person. Generally, how politics is being played. You have to like, okay, and I said, okay, let me just take the vice presidency. And then I take the vice presidency. And I bet you that if not because that was my last academic session, after the president, I will be able to have a swift right to become the president. Politics, even scripturally, Bible, permit me to say Bible, to quote Bible here, that scripturally, the Bible says you should be wise like a serpent. Wisdom must be applied in whatever thing you do. Wisdom demands that you be applicable in whatever thing, in hems of affairs that you are, in whatever place you find yourself. They're agitating for a Southeast presidency. Yes, we all know this, but also the Northeast too have not produced a presidency. So is he going to talk about that at this moment of time that Nigeria is on a sick bed, that we're going to talk about regionalism, that this place to produce, this place to produce? Just yesterday, there were a massacre in Ondo. People were being killed, slaughtered, butchered, gone down in a place of worship, in a place, a sanctuary that's supposed to be a place where life should be saved, a life are being destroyed, being taken. And then we are talking about regionalism in this kind of era, in this kind of dimension, in this kind of place that we are. It is not supposed. This is not supposed to be our cry. Our cry is who can be able to redeem us from these shackles of pain, from these shackles of suffering. Not about who is supposed to be who's president should come from this place or that place. Who can be able to deliver us from this moment? If we can be able to get that right, then we can get Nigeria focused to the right direction. If someone has been listen, whenever you are finished, when you have been taken to the hospital and the drugs and the doctor, the right doctor, treats you well, when he sends you home, possibly all these people they get another nurse that take care of them. So right now we need a proper and a efficient, correct doctor politically that can administer the supposed drug for Nigeria. Because Nigeria security, we are back. Unitedly, we are back. Everything has gone backward. People are talking that 16 years PDP has ruled. That what has been shown of. That APC has ruled 7 years. What have they shown of? But 16 years of PDP cannot be any damage they have done cannot be compared to the 7 years damage that APC has done too. Just you have seen about the 170 billion being stolen by the accountant general, and then yet you are seated by a president who believes and came up on the ground that you want to fight corruption. There were two bases and two foundations that the president say he want to fight about: corruption and security. But these are the two problems that has become the most weightier matter of situation in Nigeria. It is pain, it is disheartening for us to be able to face this kind of situation in our life. And I don't propel that everybody should talk about regionalism at this moment of our time. What should be talking about, you should focus on who can be able to redeem Nigeria. Why will you somebody who is going to unite Nigerians? That
Yes, no.
someone that does not care about your tribe and religion, that can be able to come together and bring all Nigerians together. And it is the Excellency Atiku Abubakar who can be able to sell out both. Is going to be appealing to the southeast. He's going to be appealing to the south. He's appealing to the southwest. He's appealing to the north. We all know that in the last election, the southern zone votes rapidly for His Excellency Atiku Abubakar. He is from the north, but yet the southerners were able to vote for him, give him high vote. That tells you how it's a selling point. So if we're talking about who is going to unite Nigeria at this moment, let us look at His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, because he's the man for the job. Not about talking about southwest. We all know that that plays in politics. Definitely, that plays in politics. Sure,
Okay.
that plays well in politics. But at this
Uh,
moment in time,
comrades,
we have to get it right.
comrades. Looking at your
Yes.
passion, as I said, there's this saying that says, you understand? Um, are you going for the egg? Which come first? Is it the egg
Which confess?
or the chicken?
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And
Yes.
and if you go again on social media, because
Mm.
there's been questions that have been posted to me on social media about His Excellency,
Mm.
and I say that I have to do away with it because I don't talk for him. You understand?
Mm.
And
Mm.
I will bring somebody that at least somebody that loves him so dearly, that believes in his capacity. Okay, comrades, what can you say about His Excellency Waziri Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, about his sense of belonging with the issue that right now at the moment Nigeria is sitting on a time bomb?
Mm.
Time bomb that, if you permit me, in my field as a nuclear physicist, I'll say it's a nuclear bomb that Nigeria is sitting on.
Mm.
And that nuclear bomb that Nigeria is sitting on is that poverty, number one. Number
Mm.
two, Nigeria is sitting on issue of religiosity. Number three, then Nigeria is sitting on another time bomb of called corruption.
Mm.
It happens some times ago. And just of a recent, some issue of security happens. You can see some killings that is happening. So what is your say about his competency when elected President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Can you say that to the fellow youth? Because this program is basically for the youth that are online, you understand? Our grandmothers, our grandfathers,
Yeah.
most of them are not online, you understand? So they might not listen to you. But
Yeah.
what hope can you give the youth that if they vote your candidate, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, that he can be able to
Yes.
detach or detune this time bomb of poverty, of religiosity, and corruption? What assurance are you giving them?
Well, first of all, you talk about poverty and you talk about religiosity. Let me tell you that the cure to the snake bite is often found what in the snake. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar has was a poor man. He know what poverty means. He know what lack of money means. He know what when someone does not have money, when someone does not have food to eat. He have been there. He has tested it. he have known that life long ago. So when you talk about the poverty, it is someone that knows poverty that can be able to treat poverty. And I believe that he has helped a lot of people. He has done a lot of things for people. He has empowered a lot of people. He has just talking about that. Look at the Chibok girls. There were Chibok girls who were captured during those time of the Chibok. He gave them scholarship. You know what I mean? He gave them scholarship to go and school at American University of Nigeria, Yola. I'm craving, even myself, I'm craving to be in that kind of school. But he gave them scholarship to go and school there. Will you tell me that those people, their life will not change? I saw one now, she's now a gospel singer, singing very, very well. In short, she's over the social media, doing very well, excellently well. If you hear her English is polished like an outside American, she's doing very extremely well. So she has, when talk about poverty, he has drawn a little in his own capacity. He has done well. He has given jobs to people who are in every. In short, when you talk about people that have employed, who are high employer of labor in Nigeria, he is in many states. In many states in Nigeria, he's more than them. He employs people more than many states in Nigeria. So he has elevated people out of the shackles of poverty and taking them to another height of life. So when we talk about poverty, I believe that His Excellency Atiku Abubakar can be able to know what to deliver and how to deliver and when to deliver it. And I believe that his capacity, I believe in his momentum, I believe in him that he can be able to do many of that. Many people in Adamawa State can testify. Many people in the Northeast can testify. Many people in the Southeast can testify about that. In short, I met with a photographer of His Excellency Atiku Abubakar's first son, that is Honorable Adamu Atiku. The photographer was telling me he's from the Southeast, how he was suffering, but His Excellency's son helped him, took him out, so that he was a very good photographer and helped him out and set him to become a very prominent man in society at large like this. And he's doing well in society, affecting economically. When you talk about religiosity, we know that the present time of Nigeria, religion plays a very pivotal role. If you are doing politics, you're going to know that religion plays a very pivotal role. If you see mostly the people agitating for the other south side, they are Christians. The people agitating mostly for the other northern side, they are Muslims. That plays very well. We all know that. Don't take it away. You can never take it. No matter how politics or how clean you are, want to play politics, that will definitely play on its own. But His Excellency Atiku Abubakar has gained even more trust in the Christendom than even the Muslimdom. Why? Because of how he is a unifier, how he tries to unite people irrespective of where they come from, where they are, the religion they worship, the God they worship, their sense of worship. He unifies them, unites them, bring them together, and say that yes, let us have a oneness, let us have oneness, let us build a oneness, let us build a comradeship. That it does not matter your religion or where you come from, we are all one. So when you talk about someone who can be unified Nigeria and talk about one Nigeria, is Atiku Abubakar.
Okay,
That is a part of the religion side and part of the poverty side.
Okay, comrade, thank you for the here with me is another media analyst that tried to join you, the CEO of Osa Media, and he's an adult supporter of the former running mate of His Excellency. So, and he's here to also say his mind on what you say. Okay, Mr. Timothy, what can you say about the verdict? Because I just asked a question about His Excellency being the unifier. What can you say about the verdict of what Comrade says in terms of unifying Nigeria based on regionality and religiosity, if elected as president? Because definitely I know that he is not your candidate. I know that. So what can you say about what he says?
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Ijabla Papkapayos, and to my very wonderful comrade, a wonderful morning to you. Thank you for that question. As you know, when we're talking about politics, there are a lot of factors that should be put in place. I had to quickly join this live. I was listening to the live on Facebook, and I saw the way my comrade was vibrating and trying to put the whole social media into another state. So I said I have to come and at least share my own view when it comes to the political arena. Alhaji Abubakar Atiku, I so much respect for him as a person, but I think at this time of the country, at this time where Nigeria is in a very dangerous state, at this time whereby a country like Nigeria is almost crashing, at this time where a country like Nigeria is losing its focus, I think we don't need a man like Atiku to pioneer the affairs of the nation, because the country has been in a dangerous state when it comes to economy, when it comes to education, when it comes to religious factor. The country is rating on a zero basis. And when you are not telling me that part of the cabals of the set of persons that have made the country to suffer its originality is the one that is still capable of ruling us, then I beg to question that integrity, so-called integrity. Atiku has been part of the affairs of everything happening in Nigeria. He might not have been in the ruling party. I tell you, he's still part of the ruling party. He might not be in APC, but he's involved in every affair, everything happening in the country. So the era of trying to use Nigeria as a country to play dice has come and gone. So we need men of great intelligence, men that have been tested and they have been tried. Let's look at their own state. Let's look at what they have done in their own locality. Let's look at how they have been exposed. You can't tell me when it comes to exposure. Look at a man like Peter Obi, though he was formerly the running mate of His Excellency Alhaji Abubakar Atiku, but you look at his antecedents. Look at what this man has done over time. Look at how he has been able to run different organizations successfully on his own, with his own knowledge. Let's look at their campaign strategy. Sorry, Mr. Parker, have you ever imagined if we placed a debate? Let's Atiku come out, Peter Obi come out, and APC, in quote, their running mate comes out. Let them debate. Let them know what they want to do for the nation. Who do you think will be more intellectual? Who do you think will have more experience? Who do you think can run the affairs of the nation? So I think I know you have something to say. Let me stop here.
Mr. Timothy.
Thank you very much, Mr. Parker.
Timothy.
Yeah.
Okay. You commented on what Comrade said, and you added something that you try to portray also. Your candidate is the best. That's what you said. For that one, let me keep it aside because I will give you your own platform to come and talk about your candidates. For that one, viewers at home, just tomorrow, by the grace of God, I will bring him to come and talk about his candidates for us. But tonight, this morning, we are talking about the candidates of the PDP flag bearer. So you say something about economy, and Comrade Edifice also says something about economy. And if you look at it, Atiku has never been the governor of any state. He has never been the governor of any state. You understand?
Definitely.
He was only the vice president. And if you look at during his antecedents as a vice president, there are a lot of things that he did. The revamp issue of the aspect of the educational sector and issue of the what you call this the EFCC now that they are chasing the corrupt people in coach. You understand? So now this the national factors that he helps in building economy, and you and I will know that when they, which is His Excellency Atiku Abubakar and His Excellency Obasanjo, you understand, General Olusegun Obasanjo, the Nigerian economy was booming well. It was growing at a higher pedestal with a very fast speed. And that was PDP. Now, APC came and it said there is no, during Goodluck Jonathan, there was no security. It was, don't forget, it was not Atiku on power or Obasanjo. During their time, they were able to tackle issue of insecurity. Looking at, if you look at Zaki Biam, you understand, the general himself, Olusegun Obasanjo, you understand, he tackled insecurity so well. So don't you think that if Atiku given the opportunity, I think by virtue of induction, he should be able to have learned the tactics of handling security, not like the way the present president, the sitting president, did at the moment, not like the way he did.
Okay,
So,
Mr. Parker, what is the prayer of every father? The prayer of every father is for the son to take over from where he stopped,
yeah,
and represent him.
yes.
If Atiku was capable of piloting the affairs of the nation, why did you not think that General Obasanjo did not allow him just take over immediately after his leaving? That's the question you need to ask yourself, and ask. I'm asking a comrade also now.
Edifi, you have to answer this question.
Because if I am leaving a particular, okay, let's take Edo State for example. The governor of Edo State, he has had a very wonderful and trustworthy deputy governor, and if he's leaving office, he can boldly say, deputy governor, continue from where I stopped. But in the case of Atiku, if he was capable enough, I tell you, General Obasanjo will not be too selfish not to allow him rule the affairs of the nation. So if you can actually give me or tell me the reason why he wasn't allowed to rule the affairs of the nation, then probably I'll be able to say, okay, let me have a rethink and see if he can pilot the affairs of Nigeria.
Okay, viewers at home, these are two different individuals from the same state. These are people from Edo State. All of them are South individual. One supporting Peter Obi and one supporting His Excellency also Alhaji Atiku Abubakar Waziri in Adamawa. So now, all of them have two different opinions, but from the same region, and all of them are of the voting age, and all of them are the people that want better Nigeria, and all of them have this vision that they want Nigeria to be working for themselves, for their children, for their great-grandchildren, even after they pass on. So now, comrades, here what the question is that a father will always want to be his son to be better than him. So what can you say about that from Mr. Timothy?
Yes, I understand that a father will want his son to be greater than him. That is for sure. Definitely for sure. But it does not always play like that. We have seen it in real life where sons try to become more than fathers, and fathers get in their back to kill them. We have seen it in real life where fathers try to become more than their sons, and sons try to become more than their fathers, and their fathers step on them and kill them. Because why? They don't believe in them. They actually see that they are going to be a threat to their own dynasty and their own name that they have created. One good thing plays in politics is a game of interest. I don't know if you're getting me.
Definitely.
Listening. I hear you.
Mr. Popka, not there if you're getting me.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear.
Hello, Mr. Popka.
I can hear you. Timothy, can you hear him?
Clearly, I can hear him clearly.
You get? Okay. Politics is a game of interest. And generally, in whatever the world you find it, politics is being played with interest. Everybody has his own interest being played in politics. We just see the president recently saying that what? Allow me to bring my own successor. Just like how every governor has bring his own successor. But most at times, if a father sees that the son will outshine his own legacy, the father tries to tarnish it. That being said, but we cannot put the basis of Atiku and
it seems we're having some network glitches from our comrades. Viewers, sorry for that. It seems we're having network glitches for the comrade. Okay, Mr. Timothy, over to you. Maybe when he's back, we'll see what we can do at the moment, because I invited him to tell us why he thinks His Excellency is the right man. And you said, oh, I think, is he coming back again?
I think the network is somehow bad.
Okay.
Yes, as I was saying, sorry, but this other phone is battery is low. I'm trying to use the other one, and the network is low on this other side. But let me just say what I want to say here. You cannot put the basis of His Excellency Atiku Abubakar and that of Obasanjo on that the Obasanjo does not want to bring him on board, or what and what and what. Later on, we see Obasanjo in 2019 election say yes, I have forgiven him and bringing him on board. It's a game of interest. It's generally a game of interest. So to me, I believe that His Excellency Atiku Abubakar can be able to deliver what it takes for us to deliver this nation out of the circles of poverty and the suffering that we are going through. And about let me just use this other phone, please.
Okay, before you come, Mr. Timothy. Okay, is he back? Are you back?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Yes, and about Peter Obi, what. People should understand this, that even in the United States, that they practice more democracy. They are more democrats than we are. They have multiple parties. Sometimes we have to use our sense and logic to get what we want. It is sense. The on Indibo came out recently, and they said that definitely they're going to weigh the option. That when it comes about the vice president being zoned to them, they're going to weigh the option and see for if they're going to accept it or what they're going to accept after every parties finish their own primary elections, and they're going to see what they want to say. To me, Peter Obi miscalculated it politically, because PDP could have been a option for him to be able to shoot forth his political career and ambition of becoming the president. Him telling Nigerians that he's not desperate to be a president. If he was not desperate to be a president, why would he lead it with the party after 72 hours, almost 72 hours to the primary election? Then he, after conversing, going around, in short, even Bauchi delegates, based on what I had, wanted to vote for him. They came out in mass to vote for him. And then he now decided that he want to go abscond to another unknown party. We have over 774 local governments in Nigeria, over 8,812 wards. We have about 117,000 polling units. How can you be able to tell me that Labour Party can be able to pull all that? He need about 400,000 workers of the members of the his party to be able to walk around to convert for him for his vote, to tell people that this is where Peter Obi is now, Labour Party. How can he be able to win? So he miscalculated his politics. If you have Nigerian at heart, even if they give you the vice presidency, you can be able to deliver through that. We saw what His Excellency did when he was the vice president, how he led the transformation to recover debt for Nigeria, how he brought about, co-chaired the bringing and the formation of and the creation of EFCC through his own budget, because EFCC was created in between budgets. He used his own budget to sponsor the creation. These are people that have legacy at heart, that have Nigeria at heart. So he did that when he was vice president. He was able to achieve that when he was vice president. Then tell me what can he be able to achieve? So Peter Obi could have also used that, the vice presidency, and also offshot his own politics that he wants to play. To me, he's a celebrity politician. That is what he is now at the moment. At every political season, we do have celebrity politicians that come from. The other time we have Donald Duke. The other time we have Omowole Sowore. So every time they're going to be a political celebrities. But do you have followers? Every leader must have followers. That people are going to stick with you. You see, Buhari. Buhari have 12 million votes on his card every now and then. Every now and then, he has 12 million. These are staunch believers of the man. They believe in the man. These are people that just come out now. They are saying Peter B online. Like they are celebrities celebrating him for the moment. After the moment now, you see they're going to decamp again and leave him again. Politics is going to be the election is going to come in 8 months. In 8 months' time, what can he be able to deliver at that moment? How can he be able to play the game very well for him? So let's just forget about him being celebrated online, this and that, and that, and that. It's going to be well celebrated as one of the people that came with offshot. Northwest, let's do a political calculation now. Northeast has its own people. There's Northwest, there's Northeast, there's North Central, and we have on the south, Southwest, South. Now the PDP has given their ticket to Northeast person. We all know politically, based on political calculation and permutation, that the Northeast 70 to 80% votes here will be gotten by what His Excellency Atiku Abubakar. And then now, when we come to the Northwest, definitely let's say the APC are going to give their ticket to a Southern based on their news yesterday. If they zone their ticket to a Southern and a Southern emerges, they are going to pick their vice president, probably from a Northwest. The Northwest, someone comes on board. Northwest now we have Konkoso, who is from Kano State. And Kano State is one of the largest states. Konkoso is definitely going to deliver, is going to divide the expectation of the APC that they're going to have from the Northwest. It's going to divide the vote from there. And whoever Excellency Atiku Abubakar is going to bring as a vice president, we also divide the southern vote, because South 100% is for the PDP. Southeast, I'm telling you based on my belief that even Anambra State is going to be very hard for Peter Obi to even win. That is for sure. Even Anambra State is going to be very hard for Peter Obi to even win. So let us just forget about him being celebrated as one of this and one of that.
I want to interject.
He let his followers to lead instead of him to.
Oh, Mr. Timothy, sorry for that. The comrade is so engrossed in demarketing your candidate and marketing his candidate. That is politics for you.
No, I understand. I understand. I have to take my time to listen to him.
International, the only one that have in Africa, branches in North America, Asia, Australia, Antarctica, Europe. The convener of poverty virus in Nigeria has worked on the lane to source for this poverty vaccine. As we all know that, due to bad governance and bad leaders, that has impacted into the issue of poverty in a country. In our country, the largest, the most populous black country in Africa, with over the population of over 200 million. And now is a season, is a point, is a time where these countries, these populace, elect their leader. If any mistake is done, another 8 years of bondage, another 8 years of killings, another 8 years of eating from hand to mouth, another 8 years of not going to school, another 8 years of people being displaced, another 8 years of running hater-scatter. Perhaps it might be another 8 years of even more crisis. So with that, as a good believer, as someone that respects rule of law, as someone that wants Nigeria, and my fellow comrades here, they have Nigeria at heart. Unfortunately, at the moment, the ardent supporter of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar having his network glitches. But don't forget,
that's the same way they are going to fade away before the election.
That's another politician talking again. Everybody wants to sell himself, sell his candidate. But don't worry. You want to hear about Peter Obi tomorrow? Don't forget, tomorrow it will be another package for Peter Obi. I'm trying to take a time to see what is happening. But you have heard what Comrade said, Mr. Timothy. You have heard what Comrade said. Looking at it, don't forget, he said something that is very pivotal, that we cannot do without it. And this has been what has been going on. I remember Wike pointed accusing figure on His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi, that his people don't like him. You understand? If your people don't like you, if you're not like
sorry, Mr. Papka, I think I have to correct you on that, because you are referring to my boss. Governor Nyesom Wike did not say that his people did not like him.
Okay, what did he say? Thank you.
He only said that he will not win the ticket, and he was only canvassing for his votes. He was canvassing for his people to vote for him. That which I'm talking about, Peter Obi's people to vote for him. Okay. He can't go to Anambra and tell them that and tell him that if the people doesn't like him, no. If not, he will be stoned. So he did actually use the word people doesn't like him. Rather, he was only canvassing for his votes.
Okay, he was canvassing for his votes. If you're not like, if somebody come to my house, let's say Timothy, you are the one, and somebody, you in your own hometown, somebody says that don't waste your votes on you. It's not an insult to you?
Yes, you might look at it as if it's an insult, but at the same time, that is politics for you. In politics, I can't stop you from coming to my house to come and canvass for your votes. You have the right, but one thing you're supposed to know is, you see that same thing that Nyesom Wike did. He will not allow it in his state. Instead, he will bring out thugs to fight the person. But to show the maturity of Peter Obi, he allowed Governor Nyesom Wike to do all his political nonsense and went to the pool to lose woefully.
Okay, so, again, I'm not talking about Nyesom Wike. I'm only talking about Alhaji Atiku Abubakar.
Yeah, you brought the issue of Nyesom Wike, so I have to demarcate him the more.
Also, looking at what happens again, there's another point that comrades just pointed out to us, and we know this is facts and figures.
That's it, exactly.
Let's just be realistic to ourselves. Nigeria His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi says that he will be able to have at least 2 million other supporters. Like the way His Excellency General Muhammadu Buhari always have at least 12 million. Don't forget. If you look at from 2003,
12 million, both known and the unknown.
What is just said, me, I know it's at least 12, because there are more than they can be more than that. But people that have been voting for him for consistency from 2003, you understand, it has been at least nothing less than 12 million. And if you look at it again, there's something again, Comrade says, looking at the voting block. And this is one thing that we can't do away with: the Southwest, Northwest, and the South-South. Northeast and Southeast are not in the equation. Northeast and Southeast at the moment are not in the equation, because voting block, for you to have to emerge the presidential flag bearer of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, you must be able to sway the votes from these three regions where I've called: the Southwest, the South-South, and the Northwest. And looking at what is happening, the Southwest, let's just be realistic to ourselves, the Southwest is for APC at the moment, and the Northwest. And at the Northwest, we have also another supporter, candidates, in which I would like to get somebody to talk about him also. His Excellency Senator Honorable, again, Dr. Engineer Rabiu Musa Konkoso. Is somebody that has also showcased himself in different cadre. That, as the way things are, he can't be able to take away the vote.
Hello, yeah, sorry for that. I was having a network breach and...
Yeah, so we understand. I'm trying to talk about what you said about voting blocks to Mr. Timothy. Northwest can be divided, Southwest can be divided, you understand? And South-South can be divided. So now, what is the hope, you understand, for you telling me that the Comrades candidate cannot, we're looking at it, politics is not done on social media?
Mr. Popka, I think if there's any orientation I want to clear, is the fact that you telling me that politics is not won on social media.
It's not done. I did say it's not won.
It's not done.
Yeah.
If politics can be won in the local environment, it must have first reflected in the social media space.
Yeah.
We have sat down to discuss issues of politics in Nigeria. And we have talked about the fact that if possible, we'll have to see how to probably, I might not be available to vote, in quotes. I didn't say I will not. I might not be available to vote, but that doesn't mean that I will not be able to get at least, let's say 1,000 votes for him. I know what I'm saying that without any apology. I know what I'm saying. But at the same time, the election time can come. I know we have spoken about it, but I've always told you when it's time for election, I will be right there to cast my vote for Peter Obi. I'm not expecting any money from him, despite the fact that all these reasons you mentioned will be shared. Don't forget, we have not chosen our vice yet, and you don't know where the vice is coming from. You might be hearing some rumor, but not until it is being confirmed, you don't know where it is coming from. So, if President is coming from that same angle that you feel that APC and PDP will share, what will not happen? See, in the game of politics, you might try predicting it, but it might not always fall to your favor. When Peter Obi was to leave PDP, I remember both of us, we sat down, we were thinking, which party is this guy going to? We talked for long, trying to think about the party, but he took us on our way and went to Labour Party. The only thing I came to social media to just tell my people is, tell us any party that you are going to, and we are there to support you. So you don't know where the vice is coming from. The vice can come from the northeast, it can come from the southwest, it can come from anywhere.
It can't come from the southwest. Point of correction. The vice president cannot come from the southwest.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
It has to be from the north central, northwest, or northeast. Now look at the equation now. The northeast is already taken. If you look at it, and the northwest is already taken. It's only the north center, and on which, if you look at the dynamics of the politics of Nigeria,
you are saying it's already taken, because other politicians are there, other top politicians they are there. That's the reason why you are saying it has been taken.
Yes.
That doesn't mean that any other vice president candidate cannot come from there.
Okay. Vice presidents can come from there.
So it can happen.
Yes, it can happen. Again, let me call to your attention again. Looking at what happens on Channel News, understand what His Excellency Senator Shetu Kashima said on the president or on the vice president, Professor Yemi Osinbajo. He said, nice people doesn't make good leaders.
Was it that obvious that man has taken something?
I'm just asking you, understand? And again, what Commodore said about your principal, he says that your Commodore says your principal says that he's not desperate to be Nigerian president. So if somebody says that he's not desperate to be a Nigerian president, then why does he have to leave a political party that is structured enough that can be able to give him the opportunity to climb, like the way Goodluck Jonathan was given, from governor to vice president, from vice president to president, and do what he believes is the best if somebody is not desperate? Can you debunk that?
Yeah, Mr. Papka.
Yes.
He said he's not desperate to become the president, but he is desperate to see Nigeria change for good. Those are two different statements entirely. You cannot build something good on a faulty ground. That's one thing you should know.
Excuse me, sorry to interject you. I don't like doing that. You say a faulty ground. 2019, he was a presidential.
Mr. Papka, you're supposed to be a middleman.
Hello. I want to come. Can I comment, please?
Okay, yes, you can comment. You can please, sir.
Yeah, on that, he said that he don't want to be desperate, and I said that he was in Abga where he wanted to become a governor. In Abga, he became a governor. But later on, when he want to actualize his presidency, he want to go to national politics. He joined PDP. Then, as he joined PDP, he became the vice. Against all odds, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar is a kind of a man, a distinguished fellow that identifies characters, that identifies talent, skills. He identified that Peter Obi, yes, is a very equipped man to be a vice president based on his nature, character, attitude, attributes. Yes, he's good for that. And he picked him against all odds and put him there. And now make him a little bit national, but a little bit light of national politics. 2020, coming on 2023, they lost the election in 2019. Peter Obi saw that, yes, that now PDP will zone their presidency to the southeast or south. He started championing a cause that he wants to become a president. And after seeing that, going around conversing for votes, talking this and that, seeing that probably that he may not able to clinch the ticket, he now decided to withdraw from the race. And then you tell me that that man is not desperate, went to a Labour Party to go and fight for the race. Why did he leave when he did not contest? He never wanted to contest because he knew that based on the Electoral Act now, that's going to be very hard for him to contest on another platform if he's there contest in the primaries. And you tell me that he's not desperate to become president, that what is desperate to get Nigeria better. If you're desperate to get Nigeria better, then becoming a vice president, you can still get Nigeria better. Because if you are there, you can still be able to deliver what you have, your momentum, your zeal, your passion for your country, whatever position you have been given, you can be able to deliver. We have seen ministers done well, being given at the ministerial position. They deliver based on their capacity on which they have been given. We have seen, look at Zulum, is he not a governor? He's not delivering well in his own state. Everybody can be able to testify to that, that yes, he has done well. So you tell me that Peter Obi says it's not desperate, it's a blunt and a political, emotional lie that he has been giving all of you, and you people are believing it because he has sold your emotions and you have bought your emotions.
Mr. Comrade.
Hello.
Are you currently in the northern part of
Yes,
Nigeria?
I'm with you.
Yeah. He's in Northeast. I think he's in Northeast.
I'm not currently in northern part of Nigeria.
Okay, now.
Where are you now?
I'm not. I'm based in Northeast. Yes.
Where are you now?
Very obvious.
I'm not in North. I'm not in the North now. I'm in Lagos now. I'm in Lagos. Right now, I'm in Lagos.
Okay, but you based in the northern eastern part of Nigeria, right?
Yes, sure.
From the way you are speaking, it's very obvious. I will understand the palpitation. But
okay.
The truth is, Mr. Papa, continue.
Viewers at home, I think I have to schedule a time where this debate, I'm going to bring up Mr. Timothy and Mr. Edifi because today, I think it has been interjected. So I'm very sorry. The program is only best to talk about why you think Alhaji Atiku Abubakar Waziri Adamawa is the best candidate for this election, not a debate. But I think I want to apologize to viewers because it is like turning to debate at the moment.
Because you can't bring me in and probably expect
what I would say to Mr. Timothy. What I would say to Mr. Timothy.
A kind of a breed of integrity.
No, it's not about it. That I personally, issue of integrity, it is what has caused us into this problem of insecurity. And that's why I don't want to hear that word integrity at the moment. Because His Excellency General Muhammadu Buhari.
Thank you very much.
With that issue of integrity.
Thank you very much. People always say they have integrity, that they have character. They always blackmail Nigerians with that stuff. But I pray that one day, all of you are going to see the light.
I don't want to talk about that. So as a impartial, I would like. Okay.
No, you're no longer impartial. You're no longer.
I'm not partial at the moment. I'm not partial because I brought you invite your people. If you want to hear the commercial Mr. Timothy
What do you know
about why he thinks Mr. Peter Obi will be the best candidate. Don't forget, same time tomorrow by 10 a.m. Night time is not on our site. We'll be rounding up at the moment. So, Mr. Edifi, Comrade Edifi, what can you say? Your last words to the viewers at home.
I would say that to me, my last word is that I have mirrored the achievement of my Excellency, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, as one person that is a giver, very blunt, human, loyal, charitable, workaholic, unstoppable somebody who has distinguished himself to a reference point, a seated academia, a bridge builder, unifier finder, voice of the voiceless, strategy by excellence, and one with classical principle that is visible to the blind and audible to the deaf. Thank you very much.
Thank you, comrades. The CEO of Satim Osa Media. Also, tomorrow is your turn. Tomorrow is your time to shine. Fortunately enough, you came before even the time, and you were attacking comrades. You understand? But tomorrow is your time where you will tell your followers, you will tell people who cares to hear, and you will tell people who also want to believe in what you believe. You understand? On this same platform. So, what is your last verdict at the moment for the viewers at home?
Yes, viewers at home, politics is not a do or die affair. The will of the people will surely prevail. And whosoever that carries the baton at last will do our best to make sure that everything will work out well. But for now, I think I still believe in the capacity of Mr. Peter Obi. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you.
Please, that's his last one. Please. I like what he said for now. Thank you for that word for now. And I love to counter this person that Donald Duke always like to say that Atiku was contested for over how many 6 times. 7up tried his own best for good 6 times. But the 7th time that he made it, and that's what you hear 7up. So never people should stop about bringing up the issue of someone contested for 6 times, he has failed, he should not contest again. It's a sign of losers. Losers quit, but winners.
That's a clear example of desperation.
Winners never quit. My brother, you are in media. The day you try to launch your media and people decide you are losing, I would love you to quit. You lose the first time, quit. Second time, quit. Third time, quit. Never again come on board that you want to continue your media work. But if you have the passion and the zeal that you want to help the media work in Nigeria or in the world at large, you will never lose that passion. You will continue fighting for the media to be able to gain the ground, your media to gain the ground. So that's what Atiku Abubakar believes. He believes in a better Nigeria, and he believes in his vision so well. And this is our last shot, based on age-wise. Thank you very much. God bless you, viewers of Popka. God bless all of you all. God bless His Excellency Peter Obi, and God bless my Excellency. I wish him good luck, but not success.
Okay, viewers at home, thank you. These are capable men of capacity in their own sector. Comrade Edifa, as I said, is an ardent supporter of His Excellency Waziri Adamawa, and he said it all. So tomorrow is another time again where definitely this same time I will bring in the CEO of Satim Osa Media to talk about why he thinks Mr. Peter Obi is the best candidate for this 2023 general election. Don't touch the dial. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, Popka International TV, my Facebook page, my YouTube, my Instagram, and Twitter handle at Pius Jabla, do well to subscribe to it. Until next, I come your way with this, because without leadership, without good leadership, there is no going to be a vaccine for this thing called poverty. Thank you.